football. Acroshore hosts 68,000 strong. The Pitt Panthers looking to have a great season and make that home field a true advantage again this year. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Takes the handoff. It's Turner. Shakes off the defender. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. They've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Lee. Turning it on. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pitt. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running inside, it's Miller. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened.
Makes a grab and room to run. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. The give is to Miller. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll go right back to the run. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. With knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Taken in on the right side by Coleman. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They think they can create space here with the run to the right.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Yates. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. He goes right back to the air. Got a man. It's Lee.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Trying play action. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just...
There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Syracuse. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Making side adjustments here. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going to let it go. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing Angelic. Lets it fly. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. That's caught. It's Knight. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, that is exactly what you want. That is perfect execution. Back near your own end zone, man. You want to get that ball out of your hand. You want to create some space, and don't flirt with that end zone at all. Ball gets out of quarterback's hand. Receiver makes the play. Great job understanding the situation.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Knight. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that
On
one.
3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throwing on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
And this defense is going to have its ears pinned back on 3rd and long from the 1. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. Angeli. Oh, they're after him. On the move, he fires. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Again, it's Angeli. Stepping to the right. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Some misdirection with the counter. Maybe a crease. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field. That's why you had a big play.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Pressure coming. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. The run inside. It's Miller. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Steve Angeli. Back's got it. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Powers forward. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. They want to make sure they get this 4th and 3 play right, so they'll take a moment and think it over with a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They come to the line of scrimmage full of guts, passing on the field goal attempt that would give them the lead and going for the touchdown on 4th down. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a methodical 17-play drive for the touchdown. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Cuse. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Panthers want to pick up the tempo.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out. Make it.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Throwing and jelly. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Syracuse will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Panthers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He'll run it again. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Following the play, there is a Pitt Panther slow to get up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Running inside, it's Miller. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And Jelly on the play action. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Weaver. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Syracuse operating with a fresh set of downs after that last completion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. And Jelly. Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a 3rd down stop.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
The run inside. It's Miller. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Finds his big tight end. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet, Kevin.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. He uncorks a bullet to the right. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Steve Angeli makes the catch. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Using his legs to buy some time. Caught close to the marker, it's Johnson. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first down.
We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Miller with the ball. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to...
Got a little grass. Touchdown, Syracuse. And the punishment has been extended. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pulls it in. It's Yates.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver. Put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man on the right. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Just keep slinging it. Here comes the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
On target over the middle, and he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Orange, after the explosive play, might go right back to the ground. They'll give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Clement. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Orange! And the stomping has commenced. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Knight. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Now the play fake. Got a man. It's Knight. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Grab near the sticks. It's Hicks. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
This guy is lightning fast. Did you see him come out of the break on the slant? QB got it to him early. What a weapon.
They just keep firing. Rush is on him. He's got him in the flat. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They stop him after a pickup of 9, but he moves to change, and it'll be 1st down on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kent. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people in the defense right now. They have no idea who's getting it next.
And the Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Pitt does here. In the red area, it's Turner. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. He's looking to throw. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game,
takes it the other way. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked